As most of you know out there, I'm really passionate about MesoBotox, which is a treatment of dilute Botox placed over the whole face. And I really think it's great for both genders. Traditionally, as you know, the cosmetic market is mainly women, but I think men have become a central component now because all people are trying to look better, whether they're gay or straight. And I wanted to have you understand why for men, oftentimes the MesoBotox is my go-to. So I did a video on Botox for men. I encourage you to watch that video. I'm not going to go through all those points that are discussed in there, but suffice it to say that at least for heterosexual men, some wrinkles don't necessarily look bad. There is a sign of maturity, and in our culture, some wrinkles may be associated with a better socioeconomic status that may be more attractive to the female. That being said, so in other words, Botox may not be critical for men, but as I mentioned in the other video, if they start looking much older or if they have a much younger spouse or whatever it may be, then yes, traditional Botox to manage wrinkles may be a critical element. But what I've noticed for men, whether they're 20 years old or 80 years old, is that MesoBotox, especially if they're heterosexual, but also for gay men as well, it doesn't matter the gender, the orientation, but it is very powerful for a lot of heterosexual men. And the reason, for example, is that women, when they look at a male, they, just like a male looking at a female for fertility, that's why men are very attracted to younger females, because there is more fertility in a younger female than an older female. That's why a large part of what I do to increase sexual attraction when I'm working on women is to make them look younger. For men, that's not always the case. Sometimes men look better with a little bit of aging, especially in the heterosexual world. However, beautiful skin is associated with fertility and associated with good passing on of genes to the progeny. And this is why I think MesoBotox, which changes pores, texture, tone, sun damage, quality of skin, even discolorations over time, it can be such a powerful therapy to make men look better in the eyes of the opposite sex. I think in the world of gay men, it's obvious that beautiful skin is a prized element that I don't even need to discuss, but I think it's one of those things in the heterosexual world where there is some confusion, is what would a heterosexual female like in a heterosexual male face? And as I mentioned, some wrinkles are not necessarily bad unless it gets to a more advanced state. But almost in any age, whether it's young or older, there is a beauty to having nicer skin. And this is a powerful way to do it. So I advise most men, no matter if they're younger or older, to consider MesoBotox as a therapy to improve that look.